showdown in Houston. Overnight, the top 10 Democrats take the stage, clash over health care.
And if you notice, nobody's yet said how much it's going to cost the taxpayer.
Guns.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47.
And President Trump.
You know, he reminds me of that guy in The Wizard of Oz. You know, when you pull back the curtain, it's a really small dude.
But this false attack...
Are you forgetting already what you said just 2 minutes ago?
...draws cries of foul.
This is why presidential debates are becoming unwatchable.
Yeah, that's called a Democratic primary election. That's called an election.
So who's pulling away from the pack, and how are voters reacting right now? Our powerhouse political team breaks it all down, live from the debate hall in Houston.
New tropical threat, Florida on alert, and the Bahamas bracing again for a new storm barreling north at this hour. Ginger is tracking the latest.
Crash landing. This hot air balloon slamming down near Las Vegas, ejecting the pilot and passengers. The investigation this morning.
Actress Felicity Huffman just hours away from sentencing in the college admissions scandal as prosecutors demand the TV star spends time behind bars.
Patriot Act. Embattled NFL star Antonio Brown fights back as he faces those sexual assault allegations.
Stay focused.
Going live from Tom Brady's gym.
And jumping jellyfish.
Oh, no.
The crazy close call caught on camera. How it all ends.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, America. It's great to have you with us on this Friday morning. Whitney, you're here just hanging out at the desk with me. It's good to be here. And George, yes, it's great to have you here. And George is in Houston, where he moderated the Democratic debate last night. See if I can get that out, George. Good morning to you, George. Great job, by the way.
Good morning, guys. Boy, that was the hall is pretty quiet here right now, but those candidates came to play last night. It was a substantive debate. It was fiery. All 10 candidates, those top 10 candidates on the stage together for the first time. It made I think for a real meaty debate, and you saw the candidates not afraid to clash with each other. It really crystallized the fault lines in the Democratic Party last night, particularly over that key issue of health care. We're going to get into it all tonight, and our Mary Bruce is still there on the stage this morning. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, George. Well, the night started with calls for a united front, but that did not last long. The candidates here duking it out over health care, immigration, race, and foreign policy, exposing the deep divides within the Democratic Party. After brief calls for unity, the candidates were quick to clash over the top issue for voters, health care.
And if you notice, nobody's yet said how much it's going to cost the taxpayer.
Frontrunner Joe Biden embracing Obamacare and challenging Senator Elizabeth Warren's plan for Medicare for all.
I know that the senator says she's for Bernie. Well, I'm for Barack.
On Medicare for all, costs are going to go up for wealthier individuals, and costs are going to go up for giant corporations. But for hardworking families across this country, costs are going to go down.
Senator Bernie Sanders also defending his plan.
Every study done shows that Medicare for all is the most cost-effective approach to providing health care to every man, woman, and child in this country. I, who wrote the damn bill, if I may say so.
That explanation not enough for Senator Amy Klobuchar.
And while Bernie wrote the bill, I read the bill. And on page 8 of the bill, it says that we will no longer have private insurance as we know it.
But Biden's plan also came under attack. Former Housing Secretary Julian Castro seeming to play the age card.
They do not have to buy in.
You just said that. You just said that 2 minutes ago. You just said 2 minutes ago that they would have to buy in.
And if she qualifies for Medicaid,
are you forgetting what you said 2 minutes ago?
Are you
forgetting already what you said just 2 minutes ago?
But there are questions about whether Castro mischaracterized Biden's plan. But at times, Biden did seem out of touch, like when he encouraged parents to use technology to keep their children stimulated.
Play the radio, make sure make sure you have the record player on at night.
The candidates on the wings eager to stand out. Entrepreneur Andrew Yang with a new take on his plan to give $1,000 a month to every American.
My campaign will now give a freedom dividend of $1,000 a month for an entire year to 10 American families, someone watching this at home right now. It's original, I'll give you that.
And on gun violence, former Texas Congressman Beto O'Rourke praised for his handling of the El Paso shooting, doubled down on his call for mandatory gun buybacks.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
And on the issue of race, Senator Kamala Harris facing tough questions on criminal justice reform.
When you had the power, why didn't you try to affect change then?
I made a decision that if I was going to have the ability to reform the system, I would try to do it from the inside. Was I able to get enough done? Absolutely not.
Over and over again, she took on Trump.
You know, he reminds me of that guy in The Wizard of Oz. You know, when you pull back the curtain, it's a really small dude.
Biden also forced to defend his record on immigration, pressed on deportations during the Obama administration.
The president did the best thing that was able to be done at the time.
How about you?
I'm the vice president of the United States.
Castro quick to call out Biden.
I mean, he wants to take credit for Obama's work, but not have to answer to any questions.
Mayor Pete Buttigieg calling for a ceasefire among the candidates.
Yeah, this reminds everybody of what they cannot stand about Washington, scoring points against each other.
Now, I may not be the loudest person up here, but I think we've already got that in the White House. Houston, we have a problem.
Now, Castro's attack on Biden's health care plan may have been one of the most explosive moments here on the stage last night, but it also may have backfired, George. It does seem that Castro got it wrong, that he mischaracterized what Biden said here earlier in the night. And seeming to go after Biden's age, well, that part of the attack fell a little bit flat here in the room, too. George?
Yeah, it didn't appear that Biden had forgotten what he said at all. Okay, Mary, thanks very much. Let's bring in our team here. We've got our chief White House correspondent, John Carl, my fellow moderator, Lindsay Davis, Rahm Emanuel, former mayor of Chicago, Obama White House chief of staff, now one of our contributors. And John, let me begin with you. And Mary was saying that in her introduction. It really does appear after last night that the fault lines in the Democratic Party are clear. The debate is crystallized.
Clearly, in the beginning of that debate, George, you saw the revenge of the moderates. It was interesting to see basically ganging up on Bernie Sanders and, by extension, Elizabeth Warren and the idea of Medicare for all. And you saw Biden go right there, but he was joined in the attack by Amy Klobuchar and by the others. It was a clear fault line, a clear area of debate.
How does this debate get solved inside the party?
Well, for the general election, because there's nothing as unifying as Donald Trump. And I actually, while there are divisions, they're really not huge divisions. Everybody would like to ban assault weapons. Everybody would like to expand health care coverage and control costs. It's how you get there. And Donald Trump's going to bring the party together because the single most, number one, number two, number three most important goal for the Democratic Party, ideologically, philosophically, and politically.
So they can bridge this divide over Medicare for all?
100%. Everybody, whoever's the nominee, every one of those people on the stage will be giving ratifying confirmation of why they're the right person to lead the battle into beating Donald Trump. Because what he has done, I think, and this is my point, is which is the best for the general election? A progressive that either electrifies the base or a person both in tone, tenor, and policy who can expand the party's reach in Pennsylvania, in Michigan, and in Wisconsin and in Ohio by default.
Lindsay, we had a pretty electrified crowd here at TSU, and you heard from a lot of the students afterwards.
Yeah, so we talked to them, and interestingly, they seem really interested in criminal justice reform. They liked what they heard last night. They wanted to hear more. In particular, they were interested in mass black incarceration and also the decriminalization of marijuana and what that's going to mean for current drug offenders. And they really seem to like what they heard as far as those issues are concerned from Booker, and then certainly right behind him from O'Rourke and Buttigieg.
And John, as we're about not 24 hours yet, 12 hours out right now almost, what's the big takeaway? What changed, if anything?
I think this was essentially a status quo debate. I mean, Biden comes out of this. He had his best debate performance of the three. It wasn't a particularly strong debate performance overall.
But he came out fighting, particularly at the top.
But he came out fighting in the top. Warren didn't really change the dynamic. She didn't do anything to hurt herself, didn't do anything to overtake Biden, and nobody from the back of the pack really had a huge breakthrough moment. I think this leaves the race essentially where it was.
Where does it go next?
Well, here's what this is a context why this debate was important. I think the first two debates were not good for the Democratic Party and had a legacy that impacted the North Carolina election. In fact, at the very moment, Donald Trump is starting to drop. It means more voters are available, more voters are going to look around. And I think the Democratic Party has an obligation. I think this debate did it to put a better foot forward and bring those voters into the Democratic Party. This is a key moment because Donald Trump is weakening, and he knows it. You can see the way he's acting. And I think at this point, I think the candidates will continue to sharpen the debates, but really on health care, I know we contrast and say these are big divisions. They're really not big divisions in the sense of how you get to further coverage of health care, how you control costs. Candidates have an obligation to sharpen that. But I think what goes from here is money, energy. I think the big takeaway is there were probably not big winners. There were clear losers.
Who's the clear losers?
I think Julian Castro really hurt himself because he has a point. It got lost about buy-in versus, automatic in. It got lost in the way he attacked Joe Biden, and I think that's going to come back and hurt him.
Still got 20 candidates in the race. First time had 10 on the stage.
It's like an Agatha Christie novel.
At what point, or is it going to take until Iowa, until the first votes, do we start to see a smaller, more cohesive
I don't
field?
see, I think some of the candidates, Amy Klobuchar, Kamala Harris, they're not dropping, Mayor Pete, they're not dropping out because they think Joe Biden right now is a weak front runner. And they're going to be there in case he falters to catch, be there to catch the football.
Haven't seen a tweet storm from President Trump, at least yet, about the debate. What's your sense of what they were thinking, the Trump campaign, as they were watching?
I think, first of all, you saw from Trump right before the debate started what he was thinking, and it's exactly what Rahm said. He is uneasy. He sees the polls. He follows the polls, as you know, closer than everyone else. And his pitch to the Republicans in Baltimore right before the debate started was, you have to vote for me whether you like me or not, because the Democrats are going to send us to hell. I mean, it was this stark contrast. So it's going to be, a burn election. This is.
I don't mean to. If you think of the first two debates, there was a point that the president was a little stable and climbing. Right now, he's on the descent. That's a huge opportunity for Democrats. I think if we can improve the party, and in that summer, as the presidential debates happened, Democrats actually went to a net positive to a net negative. This debate and going forward, we have to improve our contest as a party, forget the individuals, and our image, because right now, Donald Trump is really wobbly and voters are peeling off of him. This is a unique opportunity to actually prepare us for the general election.
And his response is, Democrats are going to destroy the country. I mean, it's not a positive. It's not
coming from him. It's a real insult.
Yeah.
We got quite a few debates ahead. Thank you all very much. Let's go back up to New York.
Hey, George, we know there are always unscripted, unexpected moments in these types of debates, but I'm curious, what surprised you most about last night?
I was surprised that they came to play so hard at the beginning. I was actually, as we were preparing for the debate, wondering if the Democrats, because you heard it in their opening statements, they were talking about how we're united by much more than divides us. I thought that meant that at times they actually wouldn't be willing to debate, but what surprised me the most was how they came right out of the box and were really willing to play out these differences, particularly over health care.
George, I know we'll hear much more from you in just a bit. Thank you.
Yes, we will. And we're going to turn now to that new tropical threat. Florida on alert as the system moves toward the Bahamas, packing tropical storm force winds and heavy rains. Ginger has the very latest. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning to you, Michael. I think most important is to tell you this is not a storm like Dorian because it is much weaker. That does not mean, though, that you can't have major impacts. So let's go ahead and talk about what we're dealing with. It is right now just a potential tropical cyclone. It means it's just a group of thunderstorms that's a little disorganized, but we think in the next 24 hours, there's a pretty likely shot it becomes at least a depression, if not a tropical storm, through the weekend. So that's why there are tropical storm warnings up for the Bahamas, including Grand Bahama Island and the Abacos. Most of the survivors are on Nassau, so that is good news. They shouldn't see too many impacts. But from Jupiter to Daytona, you're saying, wait a minute, we've got a tropical storm watch again? Yes, you do, and it's coming for you this weekend. So let's talk about the timing. I'll put the track on because, yes, the National Hurricane Center puts out a track east of West Palm Beach on Saturday afternoon. Sunday morning, it's east of the Space Coast, so Melbourne, you'll have to be watching for it. It gets into the bend from Jacksonville to Savannah on Monday morning. Tuesday into Wednesday, it is hugging so close to the coast, again, Savannah to Wilmington. Guys, the impacts here are going to be up to 4, maybe even 6 inches of rain locally, more than 40-mile-per-hour winds, and of course, we'll be talking about potential for flash flooding. Michael?
All right, thank you, Ginger. We'll come back to you for more later on. Now, let's go to Marcus Moore, who is there in the Bahamas, bracing for this next storm as the island struggles to recover from Hurricane Dorian. Good morning, Marcus.
Michael, good morning. Some Bahamians are admittedly nervous about this tropical system that's expected to dump heavy rain on parts of the Bahamas already devastated by Hurricane Dorian. We have seen those heartbreaking images of the destruction in Marsh Harbor and the neighboring islands, and we're talking about people who've lost their homes, and many of them loved ones, and now they are facing another potentially dangerous storm. USAID, a group that's been aiding with the recovery effort, they were handing out plastic sheeting and hardware kits to people who have stayed on the islands. And this storm could impact the search and recovery efforts on the islands, where we know that the death toll at this point is at least 50 people expected to rise, and the search is on for 1,300 people who are missing as this country braces for another storm. Michael.
All right, tough situation there, Marcus. Thank you so much. Amy?
All right, Michael, now to the investigation underway into that hot air balloon crash outside Las Vegas. 7 people injured, 1 seriously, when the balloon slammed down in a remote area, ejecting the pilot and the passengers. Kana Whitworth is at the hospital where they're all recovering. Good morning, Kana.
Yeah, Amy, good morning. So 7 people were transferred here to University Medical Center. 1 person had to be airlifted after their sightseeing ride turned near tragedy. And right now, 3 people are still here recovering. This morning, new details on that terrifying hot air balloon. Hospitalized.
The pilot has fallen out of the air balloon.
First responders racing to get to the rugged location. The pilot, along with 4 passengers, sent flying into the desert terrain after a hard landing.
Looks like the balloon landed and dragged for quite a while here. If you can see the shot there, you can kind of see the drag mark.
For about a half mile until finally coming to a stop. You can see the balloon there flattened out on the ground. It's unclear just how high the balloon was at the time of the accident, but police say it was landing when the crash happened. Nightmarish rides in hot air balloons have been captured on camera before. Most recently back in June, when 2 people were trapped inside this hot air balloon, helpless as it's barreling through a large crowd.
He was trying to get us back up in the air. Then all of a sudden we just hit the ground and I flopped out of the front of the basket.
That incident luckily only leaving 3 people, including the pilot, with minor injuries. So this crash happened in such a remote area that many of the injured had to be transported on ATVs to the medical rescue vehicles. Right now, the NTSB and FAA are investigating. Whit.
All right, Kana, thanks so much. Turning now to an amazing rescue, all caught on camera. Take a look at this. A woman collapsing while trying to flee her burning house in Charlotte, North Carolina. Watch this group of neighbors banding together, pulling her to safety, getting her to the clear just moments before a massive column of smoke and fire erupts from the house. Officials say she was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, but amazingly, no one else was hurt. And they even managed to safely rescue her dog from inside that home.
Wow,
Incredible.
Gives you chills seeing that.
Yeah.
So glad everyone's okay. We're following a lot of other stories this morning. It is Judgment Day for Felicity Huffman. Will she get time behind bars?
And take a look at this new video overnight. Patriots star Antonio Brown live streaming from Tom Brady's gym. We're going to tell you how he's fighting back against sexual assault allegations. But first, going to go back to Ginger.
And thank you so much. We had flash flooding from South Dakota through the plains, but today Bay City to Toledo needs to be on the lookout for severe storms. Let's get the weekend gotaways now, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams.
Bring color to life with the very best paint, only at your Sherwin-Williams store.
Grab the small umbrella or your rain jacket heading out the door on this Friday. Temperatures are going to stay on the cool side after the record heat, mid to upper 90s yesterday. Today, 60s to 70s, mid 70s expected later this afternoon. Could have a little bit of drizzle or spotty shower coming through. Then tomorrow we start out mostly cloudy, the high 84, some late day sunshine, maybe a shower or storm in the mountains. Sunday will be your hotter day with more sunshine, the high 88, and another 90 Monday.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
For mild to moderate eczema, Eucrisa can be used almost everywhere, on almost every body, like the back of a bodyguard. for ages 2 and up. Eucrisa works at and below the surface of the skin.